Hello, this is Vidya from the Relationship Cure. The weather here is so warm and inviting. It's about a beautiful 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And for my English friends, and European friends, this is about like 20 or 21 C right now. And it just got me to start thinking a little bit about what makes a relationship warm and inviting. What is it that actually constitutes a warm and inviting relationship? In my experience working with clients, what I found is that the relationships that really thrive has a central theme to them. One is the relationship has alignment on the core values. Now, when I say core values, I'm not talking about the core values in like a trait, which is, I'm honest, I have integrity. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what's important to each of you from an overall life fulfillment standpoint, which is really this alignment on your highest priorities in life. So for example, in my case, definitely working with women at the deeper level on their relationships is a very high value for me. And then I also have other very high values like eating the right kind of foods and putting time into my fitness and my yoga practices, my meditation, mind and body practices. So those are the type of core values that I'm talking about. So when there's alignment between the core values, a synergy or a bridge gets established at the level of the soul. And that alignment can be so beautiful in a relationship. It really helps to keep that relationship in a thriving space. So that's the number one thing I find is missing in relationships that are not as energized and exciting. The next thing is really whether both parties can be themselves in the relationship. So you can be you, your man can be him, and there's no holding back on your core nature. You're not trying to hide behind your words and behind your actions, and instead you're allowing the real you to kind of come out in the relationship so you can get to know each other at that deeper soul level. And that is so important, that we feel safe and secure in a relationship, to be able to allow ourselves the vulnerability to be ourselves. So I find that that's key number 2. Then the third thing, which is really important in my view, from again working with a lot of professionally successful women, is that your words and actions have to align. Both of you, your man and you, have to align and know that when you use your word and your words, it's impeccable, that you're really speaking from that space of honesty and authenticity and your inner truth, and allowing the words to reflect that. And then your actions are aligning to the words that you're using in the relationship. Now, I'm not talking about casual things like, hey, he gave me word that he'll show up at 8 o'clock, he's not at home. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about the bigger stuff, because a lot of times we get caught up in the smaller stuff only because the bigger stuff has not allowed us to come to a space of peace and balance and comfort and security in the relationship. So I'm talking about the bigger foundational pieces where we can truly be aligned on our words and actions. The next thing I find that is really important is that emotional vulnerability piece. So if we can do everything right and then we can't be emotionally capable of allowing our guards down and being fully available to our partners and us, then the root of the relationship is not based on authenticity. There's a fear element that tends to set in, which says, I can't be around this person in the whole way that I would like to be around this person in, that I would love to be around this person in. And when this low-grade fear sets in the relationship, it tends to hang around and cause like this discomfort, this feeling of walking on eggshells. We are not comfortable with each other. So it's really important to allow that emotional rawness to come out on both sides, which means you have the confidence to just be yourself and have the security of knowing that your partner is not going to walk out on you or abandon you or leave you. And the added piece to this is that you're willing to take emotional risks in order to be with each other. And what that looks like is, I'm going to actually have the freaking guts inside of me, the balls inside of me, to allow my nakedness, my rawness, my vulnerability to come out in our relationship. The next piece of this, the last and the fifth piece of this, is really prioritizing the peak energy time for our loved one. So what this looks like is, a lot of times we go about our daily lives and we don't take active time during our highest energy moments to be with people we adore and cherish and love in our lives. Instead, having a slightly different philosophy of saying, I'm going to give at least a portion of my peak energy time to experience quality time with my partner, with my loved one, so that they can see me and have the best of me and not just see me at the times when I'm energetically in a slump. So what this might look like is, you might end up having a lunch date or scheduling your intimacy time during hours that are really peak times for both of you, as opposed to low energy times for both of you. So again, just to recap, the 5 keys are alignment on values. The second piece is where both of you can be yourself, comfortable in your skin. The third point, your words and your actions align, they match, they're not in different directions. Then you have this ability to take risks, emotional risks for each other, so you can bring your partnership and your love relationship into a whole. And then you schedule this peak time for yourselves, where your best is showing up. That shows that you care about this other person. I hope you found this helpful, and that it actually helps you create this warm and inviting environment for your relationship. If you're ever stuck in any of these spaces, that's not a bad thing. What it means is that there's opportunity for improvement, and you can actually turn this around. So if you watch this video and you've identified an area that has not been working so great in your relationship, reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you and really get a little deeper on what it is that may be blocking you from having this most amazing relationship that you so deserve and desire in your life. Have a lovely, beautiful, amazing, warm, inviting day.